Hi, I'm Holly, and today you're listening to Mic Drop Drama. Today I'll be interviewing an amazing actor, Preston Nyman. He is well known for his iconic roles as Zazu in Mufasa the Lion King
Why don't we all go around and say a fun fact about ourselves? I once had a crush on a flamingo. I've never said that out loud.
and Ben Elf himself from Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
I'm Ben Elf.
He is currently playing in the really scary, really amazing play Ghost Stories. It is a fantastic play and you should 100% go and watch. But for now, let's go backstage with Mic Drop Drama. Hello, I'm here with Preston, an amazing actor, and I was hoping you could introduce yourself and share a fun fact about you.
Hello, I'm Preston Nyman. I'm playing Simon Rifkind in Ghost Stories at the Wales Millennium Centre. And my fun fact is there's juggling balls in my room. My fun fact is that I can, not very well, but for a couple of seconds, I can juggle. So there's my fun fact.
Wish I could juggle. That's really cool.
It's
They're just,
easy. It just takes practice, but it's actually surprisingly easy.
they're just casually in your dressing room.
Tour around with them, yeah, if ever I need them.
I'd love to be able to juggle. It's so cool that you just got them casually in your dressing room. Take them everywhere with you.
They're always just in case I need a party trick at a moment's notice.
Oh, that's so cool. That's got to be the best thing I've ever seen in a dressing room.
I love to hear it.
If you could describe your current show, The Ghost Stories, in 3 words, what would they be?
It would be funny, terrifying, and fun. Although fun's too small a word, if I'm allowed to hyphenate a third word, it would be great fun. Because ultimately, it is a great fun show and a great fun night out. But that is 2 words, I'm aware. So I'm sticking an illegal hyphen in between them.
Well, terrifying is 100% right. And
Great.
great fun. Yeah, I'll give you that one. It's okay.
Thank you. It's allowed.
Those are some
But
good
terrifying
words.
first and foremost. It's a scary show.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was terrifying. Had me screaming in my seat.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it.
But even though it's scary, it was amazing. Honestly, it was such a good show.
Really glad you enjoyed it. You'd never seen it before.
No, I hadn't. It was
I'm glad that was your
fantastic.
first time there. I'm glad the audiences here have been so nice and so loud, so it's a good place to see it.
Yeah, Cardiff is a lovely place, but I'm a bit biased.
Oh yeah.
So when I watched the show, I noticed there's obviously a lot of moving elements. So I was wondering if anything's ever gone wrong.
I actually with this tour, I've only been doing this tour for 5 weeks because there was a bit of a sort of cast switching. But I did the show just before COVID was the last time I'd done it. I did it in London, and things went wrong then. Nothing, thankfully, touch wood, because we're about to do the matinee, has gone wrong during the tour for me. But in London, a couple of things went wrong, and actually, one of the craziest ones was every now and then you try and avoid it if you can, but every now and then they have to stop the show if there's a technical issue or so we actually had one of those the other night. But if something is like they cannot fix in time, they have to stop the show. And when we were doing it in London before COVID, whatever, 5 years ago, there was secretly someone on stage hiding in a very small amount of space, which if you see the show maybe means something, but the audience couldn't see this person, but they couldn't move for a couple of minutes. And they had to stop the show for a technical reason. They got everyone off stage, and it was about 15 minutes we were off stage. And suddenly backstage, someone went, "Oh, where's one of the actors?" And we realized that they were still cramped in this space, hiding on stage, and no one had everyone had forgotten that they were out there because it's so well hidden, and so they'd just been waiting for someone to like bring the curtain down and come and get them. So that was a very funny, not for them, but for us, it was a very funny 15 minutes. But nothing, thankfully, has gone too wrong in the last couple of weeks.
That I feel really bad laughing, but that is really funny.
I'm glad it wasn't me, certainly, but they found it funny, thankfully. But it was not. I mean, it was an uncomfortable 15 minutes for them, I think. But we did have a thing. We had a couple of things actually last time we were in London, just before COVID, which was the last time I'd done the show. But one of them was, there are certain, there's a lot of set and things that sort of, are flown in and out and come on from the sides and the back. There's a lot of moving parts. And during some of the time when I'm on stage, there's quite a large bit of scenery that's introduced quite late, very late in the scene, without giving away too much. And it's quite a complicated bit of scenery and quite a sort of jagged bit of scenery. And for one reason or another, it's a very safe show to perform normally, but for one reason or another, quite a sharp part of this bit of scenery had detached. And so as this bit of scenery was introduced very, very suddenly at the end of my sequence, I heard something go right next to my head. What on earth is that? And looked when the lights were up and the audience couldn't see, and it was quite a large, scary bit. So a couple of centimeters in the other direction would have been quite painful. I would have been fine, but it would have been painful. So I think this time around for the show, they've redesigned things a tiny bit just to make sure something like that can't happen. But that went wrong, and that was a little bit scary, but it was dealt with excellently.
You had your own ghost story.
I did, yes. It was inexplicable. Yes, my own ghost story to take home with me.
Of course, it happened in London as well,
Of course.
Big stage, lovely area, and then problem.
A disaster.
It was going all too well.
A disaster. There were a couple of things like that when we were in London, but we're going back to London in a couple of weeks' time, so hopefully it runs a little bit smoother.
Fingers crossed. So, what have you enjoyed most about working on the set of Ghost Stories?
It's really fun traveling around and different sort of, every area is different and the people that come and see the show are different. So you always get a slightly different, they'll react better to some things than other things. But certainly in Cardiff, standing on the stage I was reading, it's the second biggest stage in Europe. It's massive. Backstage, massive. You could put our set twice or three times on that stage, and it's quite a big set we've got. But there's 1,200 people in the audience every night, something 1,200 there or thereabouts, and standing out there and hearing people laughing, big laughs and big screams, is really a thrill. And when the audience is very loud and very vocal and scared and having a good time, it feels like being on a roller coaster. So you get this adrenaline rush to perform it and also to watch it. So I've really, really loved that, and seeing how different places respond to the show. But Cardiff is responding brilliantly to it, which is very fun.
Cardiff's a great place, and I'm a bit biased, but
it is lovely.
Oh my goodness. When I was watching it, my heart rate was like through the roof. Me and the person that I was watching it with, she loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad. They wear Apple Watches sometimes when they see the show. And so every now and then you get like a screenshot sent to you of someone's heart rate that's just like through the roof during, huge spike during the show. So I'm glad to hear it that happened for you.
There's certain parts, I'm not going to say too much, don't want to spoil it, but there's definitely certain parts. Yeah, there's certain parts where there's a massive jump scare, you don't expect it, and heart rate goes right up. Everyone's screaming around you.
I like that about being in Wales, though. People aren't afraid. We've been in other places where people are a bit more reserved and a bit more, they don't want to make a noise in the theatre. Whereas here, everyone is like, they're here to scream and they're here to laugh and have a good time. So and if there's someone next to you screaming, it encourages you to also scream. Whereas if everyone's being a bit polite and a bit reserved, you don't want to be the one person that's screaming. Whereas actually in a venue like this, everyone's going for it and it makes the mood so much better.
Yeah, when I watched the show, there was a person next to me and he sneezed so loudly and everyone just screamed. It was so funny. Everyone turned because we thought someone
I
was
think
behind us.
I'm sure. I wonder if it was the same guy. Someone sneezed or did something during when I was on stage, and it really distracted me. I can't remember what it was, but it really made me laugh. Can't remember what it was. Obviously, you can't laugh on stage, but it definitely it was funny enough. I think it was a sneeze, but I can't remember if it was the same person or not. But yeah, it's everyone's on edge, so the slightest thing, you're ready to jump.
I know this is amazing that you worked on Mufasa, which is fantastic. Like, wow. Um,
Ah,
done a bit of internet research.
I was indeed good, very good research.
Yes. You played in Mufasa as Zazu, and I
Mhm.
love Zazu. He's amazing. And in your
Thank you. What
earlier
can I say?
career, yes, you played him so well, so well. It was
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
Um, in your earlier career as well, you played Ben in Ben and Holly, the iconic children's
Yes,
show and
yes.
comfort show, you know?
Oh, I think
Um,
they still show it. I think kids still watch it and find it, and it's very sweet. It's a lovely show.
my sister's obsessed with it, so it's just it's always on. So
Oh,
I
well,
know a bit too much.
say
Yes,
hello from Ben Elf to her.
yes, I will. That's so sweet.
Truly, say hi.
So I was wondering if you would like if you preferred stage, screen, or voiceover.
Um, Voiceover is the easiest because it can be quite lonely because you're there on your own. You don't really get to meet a lot of the other cast until if they do a sort of screening or a premiere or something. But it's pretty easy. You stand there on your own. You can mess around, and it's relatively quick. Filming is fun but quite intensive. So there's a lot of waiting around. The reward's really exciting because it's these big projects with loads of moving parts. But it is a lot of waiting and a lot of killing time. And theatre is brilliant. Theatre's the best of all of them, especially if you're doing a show like Ghost Stories where you can really feel how much the audience is enjoying it. The last play I did was a brilliant play that audiences loved, but it was a very quiet, intense play. And so at the end they'd love it, but during the show it was a more of a quiet process watching it. So it was brilliant, and there's a real magic to live theatre. But when you're doing a play like this, especially, it's so exciting getting proper reactions, and so theatre's the best of all of them, definitely. It's the one
You.
I miss the most when I'm not doing it.
I love performing. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
Such a thrill.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love performing personally. I think being on stage is like one of the best thing you I am.
There's nothing like it. Truly nothing like it.
I was also wondering, since you work with an array of so many different people, do you have a favorite producer, actor, or director?
That's a tricky one. I really loved. I mean, everyone. I've never worked with anyone that I haven't really liked, to be honest. I doing Mufasa, Barry Jenkins, who directed it, is just completely lovely and a brilliant director. And I think he was the person I was most nervous about working with. Actually, I did. You know what? I did an episode of a show called Catch 22 that George Clooney directed. My episode, and I was very. That's my call. I will race the rest of this answer. I worked with him and I was incredibly nervous to work with him, and he was very, very lovely to me. So that was probably actually the most sort of starry I'd felt. But yeah, so it's a good answer, George Clooney.
Very, very quickly, do you have any advice for anyone trying to get into the filming industry?
I think everyone's route into it is different. Everyone's level of access to it is different, and level of ability is different. And so I can't really offer any advice there because my route into it was relatively easy compared to other people's. So fight tooth and nail, however you can get into it if you love it. The advice I would give is be nice, and that's advice for life generally. But really, in this job, you can get away with being an okay actor or director or whatever you want to do creatively, dancer or artist or whatever. If you're lovely, You don't have to be the best person at what you do. You can be really good at it and long term feel the rewards of that. If you are the very, very best person at what you do and people don't want to work with you, they don't want to be around you because you're difficult or unpleasant or mean or rude, very, very quickly you'll get a reputation for it. And ultimately, the real reward is being someone that people want to work with again and again. So be nice to everyone. Don't fake it. Genuinely be nice to everyone. Help people out. Be a team player, and stand up for yourself if things are weird or not right, of course. But it's very easy to fall into the habit of moaning and being tricky. And if you can resist that, you will have a much nicer career, I think.
Thank you so much. That's all my questions. You are
Thank you so much.
amazing.
Excellent questions. Excellent questions. And it was lovely to meet you again. Thank you so much for being so passionate about the show and shows generally.
Thank you so much. And good luck for this show. You've got this.
Thank you. Yes, we've got two. We've got one starting in about 10 minutes time and then another one at 7:30. So it's a busy day, a tiring day, but a fun day.
Good luck. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Lovely to see you again.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Mic Drop Drama. That was the amazing Preston Nyman. He is an awesome person and an amazing actor. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a follow and a like. It would mean the world and it really helps. And you can also follow along and stay tuned to continue going backstage with Mic Drop Drama with the stars of today and tomorrow. Thank you so much and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.